Hello, everybody, and welcome to Running Shorts Boston Marathon Race Reports. I am joined now by Danny McCormick, who ran today's Boston Marathon in 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 4 seconds. Danny, thank you for taking time to join me, and congratulations.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Let me ask you, overall, how did it go for you?
Well, yeah, I think it's one of those things where I didn't run the time I felt like I had on my legs with the training. I think I came into this Boston probably the best training I've ever come into a single Boston. So I mean, 25 minutes or so slower than my qualifying time was kind of tough, but it's Boston. So, Boston's a tough course. It's one of those courses, if you don't run it right, you don't run it well. I don't think I ran it smart 3 years in a row, but it's Boston. So, what can you say? The crowd's great, the feeling's great, the energy's great. When you come back into town, there's a whole lot of energy to it. So it's hard to have a bad race, no matter what the clock says when you're running in Boston. So.
Where did you find the most difficult stretches on the course or during the day today?
I would say right around the halfway point, probably at the half marathon mark. I knew that my leg, I probably went out too fast or faster than I should have with all the downhill. Started getting tough between there and 16. I told myself I can just run smart through 16, I'll be okay. But I think I should have pulled back a little bit more early on. Probably too much walking on the weekends, trying to take it all in too. When you're running as many miles as you are in your training cycle, and then you're hitting your step goals out walking, it's probably not a good sign. But, I think around mile 13, I knew that probably the wheels are going to come off the bus pretty soon. And that's what started getting a little difficult for me. And I still have the hills to go too. So,
Tell me what about from the weekend or maybe today sort of said Boston Marathon for you?
I think the drastic change in the weather. We got here, I think everybody rolled into like Saturday. It was kind of warm Saturday. Then yesterday it was crazy. I mean, it was just so windy, so cold. And at one point we had sleet and snow coming down for a moment. And then today, it was kind of cold. Got out to Hopkinton, sun coming down the whole way on the course. I mean, it felt much warmer than 50 degrees. And then you get back into Boston and you feel that wind again. I think it's the constant change in the weather. Says Boston, there's nothing, it's pretty notorious for it. And it's probably a ton of people that's never back here all of a sudden now. So sorry about that. But just, and again, the crowd, as you get in there and you get the Hereford to Boylston, I mean, that whole energy, once you get off Heart Break, you start coming back down that last 5 miles, just having all the crowd lined up on the side. I think that's typical. It's typical Boston experience. So for me, it's like that was nice. Just 5 miles left to go. You got all the people there supporting you. That's pretty much, for me, that sort of defines Boston.
And tell me, and you mentioned those last two turns, Hereford and Boylston. Describe what's that's like for you to be coming to the finish line like that.
Oh God, relief! Just knowing that you're almost done. I mean, once you see that, you never turn. You get a little emotional when you see it too. I mean, it's like you hear about it all the time. When you run it, it's a different experience. And it's like no matter how spent your legs are at the end, you always find more on that turn, and you wish you could get it sooner, but it's just, I don't know, there's a certain energy that says, don't quit here, finish strong here. So, it's just, I don't know, it's a different experience, something you have to really, it's hard to put into words, but
Very good. All right. 3:09:04 today. Good job. How are you planning to celebrate?
I'm going to stand in the shower for a while, and then I think once I can get myself out, I'm probably going to look for a cheeseburger or something like that, and just probably try to do a quiet evening. Maybe find somewhere to eat, and kind of just be glad it's behind me. The marathon's fun, but there's nothing better than being done with the marathon too.
All right. Well, Danny, thank you so much for taking time to share your experience with Running Shorts readers. Good job, and thanks for talking to me.
Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it.
Eddie Wooten, runningshorts.org.